Hope you're well, and we're back. And if you remember going back to Friday's Foodie Friday, what did we have? But we had a Lewis sausage roll, and we don't think I had quite what I'm supposed to do. But nevertheless, let's have a look at what we should have had. This is the frozen pie. Once again, it's frozen in it. It's got little lines on the top. And again, funny thing is, that meat does look a bit pink. But I don't think that's the one. I'm almost dead certain that the one I had on Friday wasn't a Lewis pie, it was something else. But this has got like a glaze on the top, and this does bake for around about 25 to 30 minutes in an oven at 190 Celsius. Well, let's have a look at the noughties. If you didn't see them on Friday, here we go again. Once again, they come in a box of 40, 7-inch sausage roll. And that is all your noughties. Cooking instructions. And all the other type of rubbish that you don't really want to know about. So let's move swiftly on to the baked pie. Okay, if you get a bit confused between pie and sausage roll, believe me, in the bakery industry, we call them all pies, regardless. Because if you say to the young boy, oh, go and get the pies out the oven, he'll go and get all the pies out the oven. If you say, oh, the sausage rolls are ready, he'll go and get the sausage rolls out. It's the same thing as when you walk into a baker's shop or a supermarket and you say, can I have a sausage roll? As I've been saying, my mate said to me the other day, it's like fish and chips, isn't it? You go in and ask for fish and chips and you get fish and chips. But you have to specifically say you want cod if you want cod. Well, this is actually a beef sausage roll. And, well, I know that now because I actually took that out of the box. I baked it myself, so I know exactly what I got. I haven't left it to my staff to con me because I felt a bit put off. The fact is, even when I went back and we'd done a bit of investigation, like you do, the girl who gave it to me said, I wasn't really sure what I gave you, Steve. Yeah, you need to get yourself a bit together on that. So she's going to be retrained once again when they get to her type of age. She is sort of in her 70s. Oops, 40s. I'll get you back, girl. You won't get away with that one. Well, there is your sausage roll. So let's have a taste of the pastry. This is Lewis's. It's not any funny type of pastry. I'm not a lover, realistically, of their pastry at all. But it's not that fatty. So that's a good thing. And remember, the reason they do beef down in Wales is because there is people that don't eat pork. It's some type of religious group or whatever. I'm not really into it, and I'm not going to go there on that subject because I eat anything apart from too spicy stuff. So right, let's get straight into the pastry. Like I said, it's the normal brand stuff. Let me have a bit of brew. There's no fat in the mouth, which is nice, really. They have improved, down in Wales, the boys down there have improved their pastry lately. So they have changed it. Not because I complained. I think it's to do with regulations. Hence why we don't seem to get any salt in. So let's cut them open. Now, you are going to be surprised. It does look pink. I still think that beef should be brown, but have a look at this one. See? That's pink. But don't get me wrong. It may be pink, but it definitely is beef. I know what you're thinking. Fridays was the same. It was pink, but it was, the trouble is, the stuff they add into it, the rust stuff, is actually pink. So when they put, and remember, this is only 11% beef. So if you put in 11%, if you've done 100% beef, that would be nice and brown. Because the pinky stuff is basically a type of everything in here, breadcrumbs, you name it. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. And they got some type of, I think it's colouring in it, because the rust stuff is always pink regardless of what you buy. But in saying that, I think I'd have preferred, if it was beef, to be at least brown, and then you could tell. So let's get on. Steve, stop mucking about. Get on with it. We're waiting for you to eat it. Okay. I can hear you saying that. Okay, here we go. I need a brew. First thing, straight away, it's dry. All in the mouth is dry. I need you to drink something then, because I couldn't taste anything apart from the pastry just woofed at me, and it's so dry, it made the filling iffy. So let's take the filling out and have a look straight away at the filling. But generally speaking, that wasn't bad. Yeah, I can smell lots of rusk in it. It's almost very much like, dare I say it, a vegan type product. And it's weird I say that. It's because I can't smell the beef. All I can smell is like a vegan product. Tons of rusk. And that's what you can smell. Yeah, you can tell that it's got a lot of filler in it, and you can't taste much meat. And once again, I am now getting the taste of peppers. That's coming through, and the salt. I'm getting that in my mouth now. So if you like peppery stuff, this is actually quite nice. If you like peppery stuff, I can feel it on the back of the mouth now, burning. Like that previous one I did on Friday, there was nothing at all. So if I mention it's got spicy stuff in it, or it's got a kick, it usually means it's hotter than normal. Yeah, and I think they've obviously added some mustard into this as well, from what I can gather. I haven't actually read the... I tend not to read these things because I don't want to... I want to come out with what I want to say than read some up, because I can tell you what I'm tasting. But that ain't too bad. The only thing as a filling goes, and as that is, to me it's like having a sausage roll, but it's a jelly. So this is more like a... I know you wouldn't normally eat it like that. You eat it as a whole. But it has got a bit of a kick. Now, generally speaking, that ain't a bad sausage roll. Now, dare I say it, we sell lots of these things, so it's got to be a good product from the customer's point of view. But, once again, pastry is a lot better than it used to be. Their pastry used to be absolutely diabolical. This pastry on this one is absolutely lush now. I don't like the blandness by a long shot. And it's not very fatty. So obviously they're doing something good. They're cutting out the fat content a little bit on their puff pastry. And it's got a nice bit of puff. It's not singing and dancing for me anyway. It's just a sausage roll. But nevertheless, it's still up there. And once again, I'm going to say that this is a solid 8 out of 10. I couldn't go any further than that because it is basically a sausage roll. It's reasonable. And once again, as I said on Friday, this is priced in England at around about £2 to sell. You know, so you'd be going to a baker shop, you'll be paying £2 for that. Oh, dare I say, You can buy other products, which is a lot cheaper than this, and they're a lot smaller. And obviously, once again, when it comes to the filling, it's all down to what they put inside. Now in Wales, this same product will cost you around about £1. So when they send them over the bridge to England, we pay more for them. Okay, it's now, the excuse is, we've got problems with fuel. Yes, I know, we know that. And they got problems with everything because actually speaking, this week, when we placed our order for these, they turned around and said, we haven't got any sausage rolls in the factory. What's that all about? So if you're a bakery business and you're thinking about buying Lewis pies, just remember, every so often they'll turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry, we can't take your order today because we haven't got any sausage rolls in the factory. And they're the biggest company in Wales, Lewis is, of making pies. I mean, they are big. They're not a small little company down in Swansea. Now, if they can't produce sausage rolls, they should tell their customers they can't produce them. But I understand they have had problems right through the chain, whether it's to do with meat or that rusk stuff. So, hey, dare I go there? Does that rusk come from Russia? You get my drift? Ruskies? No. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this content. If you like more content like this, please subscribe. And don't forget, this is live video, so I haven't got a clue how it comes out until I see it at the end. And I'm always interested to see what you lot think. Have you tried a Lewis pie? Or have you had a sausage roll that you could particularly like? And not, please, not a Greggs. I've heard that before. Oh, Steve, try a Greggs. I haven't tried a Greggs one yet. So maybe that might be the next one I try. They're sat across the road in Iceland. I might have a go at that one. And don't forget my playlists. And hopefully we'll be back to making sausage rolls shortly. No, we're going to be making something else. I think my first video recipe, I'm almost certain it's going to be some type of Cornish pasty. Because we're ready to go on that. Well, there you go, folks. And we'll see you again very shortly on the Crazy Baker channel. Signing off for today. Laters!